Okay, we're gonna try this again. Every time I start recording, it's always something, either somebody commenting, interrupting, or my phone running out of space. But I've been clearing it out. So I'm gonna start that over. Please excuse my hair. But hey to YouTube, Happy New Year. Um, I haven't been up here in a minute. Like I said, I was definitely having issues, and I said I was gonna figure out what to do with that glare. Space issues in my phone, but I've been cleaning it out. So I'm about to get back on it. And let me tell you why. So this is why I came up here today to do this video, because I still haven't finished cleaning it out. I just got a charger for the laptop, so I'm trying to transfer my videos and photos and all of that so that I can make space in the phone. So basically, and I need to get better at doing this, because I was in the shower pretty much. Like when I get a thought in my head to do a video, the whole video, what I'm going to say will play in my head first, right? So if I don't do it right then, which is usually I don't, it's because sometimes it's like as soon as I wake up or right when I'm going to sleep, or, and I just don't do it. If I don't do it right then, I completely lose what I was going to say. I know what I was going to talk about, but anyway, so in the shower is when I was thinking about it and I was saying everything, but I can't remember. So I need to figure out a better way to get that done, because yeah, either I need to verbally record it when it's going through my head, or I need to write it down if I'm gonna, do it later. But anyway, so basically I had a situation with my job today, right? Just got this job, right? So it's funny because I don't know if I talked about this before, but I've seen plenty of videos about this, right? When God wants you to do something, when you're supposed to be doing something for him, when your purpose is to do something for him, and he basically don't want you working. He don't allow you to get a job, right? But he provides, he makes sure you good the whole way through. So I've seen a whole bunch of, videos about this. A lot of people get, very emotional because it is an emotional situation when when you don't know how to pay your bills and you can't get a job. It's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, everything is going crazy in life. But that's where your faith comes in, right? That's where you learn to build your faith stronger and build your relationship with God, right? Because you got to know that he's going to take care of you. And I know this from personal experience. I know this for a fact because of how things went way back during COVID. Well, after my divorce. I'm gonna get into that one day. But listen, so basically, and I've been telling my daughter this because she's an artist, she raps, but she's been like, and she also draws, but she's been like so distracted, and we both been procrastinating, but she's been more distracted or whatever. So I've been telling her, like, every time she get a job, something happens, she loses a job, she start crying and this, that, and the third. And I keep telling her, like, that's because you're not supposed to be there. Like, we know we're not supposed to be there, but we're putting off what we're supposed to be doing because we're being distracted or whatever. We're being lazy, we procrastinate, whatever the case may be. So again, I just started this job. Now, I used to work at Cookout some years ago when I had moved back up to Charlotte. And I knew God didn't want me to go back there because I've been working there for years and years, but on and off, right? So, and I didn't like working there. I mean, I love my customers and stuff, but I didn't want to work there, right? So God, let me tell you how he did this, because he kept telling me, don't go back. He kept making it hard for me to get there. And I kept going, kept trying to find a way. So one day and this was last February or maybe something, I don't know. But I got hit by a truck, right? I was going to the liquor store for my brother. It was my day off. and I had just got a brand new car. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this car came out of nowhere. Like, I was just so tired of depending on people. I was having problems with my sister giving me rides, and, you know, everything was just falling apart. And so one day I was just like, I had seen a video. I had seen a few videos. It was like, go apply for that house, go apply for that car, whatever you think it is that you can't get, you're going to get, right? So one day I was just so fed up. I had just gotten an argument with my boyfriend at the time. I was so fed up. I was just like, just take me to any car place. I was telling my mom that. And, sorry, I'm getting off topic, but I'm going to get back. But, so she took me to the car place. She picked one. I didn't know which one. We drove past a whole bunch of them. She picked one. She said because she heard them on the radio. I was like, all right, cool. She let me out, dropped me off. I only had one pay stub. I knew my credit was jacked up. But I went in there. I told the man, look, I don't have no money. I need a job. I mean, I need a car. I don't have no money. I got a job. I need a car. That's what I told him. Either way, long story short, I'll probably elaborate on that in another video, but long story short, I drove out of there with a car. My mom swore up and down I wasn't going to get one, but I drove out of there with a brand new 2023. Yeah, this was in 2023. I drove out of there with a brand new 2023 Kia Soul. I ain't have no money. The dude that was helping me lent me the money to get the car. I guess so he could make the sale. I don't know. Anyway, that's how it happened. So God is very real, and he works, right? So anyway, that job, after I got the car, I also was doing Instacart and DoorDash. I had just started doing it, right? So I had got hit by a truck. Not hit like, so I was walking across the street. My brother asked me to go to the liquor store for him. So I was walking across the street, and they was about to close in like 5 minutes, I think. And so, when I got out my car, I looked, you know, to see if any cars was coming. And it was a car on this side, but it was like way down. And they were saying, go ahead. Like they waved me, you know, to go ahead or whatever. Man, I went to walk, and this truck that was sitting right, like almost across from my car, pulled straight out, like full speed my way. And when I seen it coming, I screamed, and she bumped me, but she hit the brakes. And like I pushed back on the hood, so I like jammed my thumb, and my my little slides came off my feet or whatever. So it wasn't like really a hard bump. At least I didn't think it was until later when it set in. But so I'm sitting there trying to put my shoes back on, looking at the time. I got 3 minutes to get in this door. My daughter get out the car. She's pissed off. She's cursing at them like, what are y'all doing? So the lady get out. She's like, I'm so sorry. I thought they were telling me to go. I didn't know they were talking to you, blah, 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 whatever. Either way, she should have looked and seen me walking across. But either way, whatever. So I just went in the store. I was like, it's fine. I'm good. It's fine. I didn't know I wasn't. So I went in the store. Everybody in the store was like, oh, my God, are you all right? We just seen what happened, blah, 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 whatever. So long story short, I got a settlement from that payment, from that accident, but I couldn't go back to work after that. I couldn't even walk for like a week. My back was hurting so bad. I ended up having to go to, you know, the emergency room because it, like I said, it didn't set in right away. But like the day after I was good. But then the day after that, I started feeling weird in my hip. And then I just couldn't walk. I couldn't move. It hurt so bad. So I went to the hospital, whatever. So I ended up going through my insurance. I called the lawyer to see what I could do because I didn't have her information or nothing. So he told me that I can go through my insurance. So I went through my insurance. You know, they had the camera, the video of what happened and all of that stuff. Either way, I got a payout, a big payout from that. So that's just my example of how he didn't want me at Cookout, and I knew that. And that's how he got me out of Cookout. So with that money, I was able to catch up on my bills. I was able to buy a whole bunch of materials and things for my business. Like I was able to do a lot, you know, with that money, which is him, you know, telling me it's going to be all right. Just do what I'm telling you to do. And at the time, that's when I had started recording videos on here, but I wasn't consistent with it, but I was trying to. That's when I started, when I had, right after that accident. So anyway, fast forward to right now. I got, I've lost two jobs this past summer due to transportation and my living situation, right? Now, mind you, my mom passed in March, so I was just getting back, trying to get back on my feet. I just had moved in with my dad. We was getting into it. Things wasn't going good there. I ended up moving out into a place with one of my friends or whatever. Either way, I lost those jobs. That was this summer. So I just started back working. I went down the street to Pizza Hut because it's right down the street and I could walk. It's not a short walk, but I could walk because, you know, we having issues with my dad giving us rides and stuff like that. So I didn't want to ask him for anything. I didn't want to have to depend on him to get to work because I didn't want to lose another job because I didn't have a way to get there. So pretty much once I got paid, I was going to rent a car and then, you know, I was going to get a second job or do my Instacart and DoorDash just to, you know, start catching up on stuff so we can get out of here. So I started the job not too long. I don't even remember when, but not too long ago. First week, I'm trying to think. I worked at least a week. I know that. I worked the whole week. I worked the whole week. Right before Christmas, I sprained my ankle. I ain't never sprained my ankle before, so I didn't even know, like, you know, what was happening. I just know that I was playing around with my daughter, running around with her, having a water fight, and I tripped on something, and I didn't fall, but after that, my ankle was hurting real bad, right? So I pretty much laid down for the rest of the night, but it swelled up real bad. Next day, I could not walk at all. Barely could go to the bathroom. Like, I cried half the day because I didn't want to go to the emergency room. I've been to the emergency room three times. Yeah, 3 times the past month and a half or something like that. So I didn't want to go back to the emergency room. So I'm sitting here crying. I'm like, I done messed up my foot. I got to go to work. I don't want to go to the emergency room. Like, all of this stuff is going through my head. So I ended up having a good thing I got cool with the manager there, the one that I first met when I first started, because, you know, he was looking out. Like, he knew what happened with my ankle. And then, so that happened on a Sunday. Tuesday, Christmas Eve, he came and picked me up to go to his sister's house to chill with him and his sister and they people, right? So, you know, I'm hopping around because he knew about my ankle and stuff. So we at her house. I get bit by a dog. I ain't never got bit by a dog before, ever in my life. I love animals. Animals love me. I got bit by a dog in my thigh, on the same leg as my ankle. So I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, this is so crazy. And this was Christmas Eve. So the next day, I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital on Christmas. So I didn't go. So now I'm really like limping around. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. My leg got swollen, bruised. My ankle's already swollen. So I didn't go to work that week. I tried to go to work with him. Matter of fact, I went to the hospital Friday night because I just couldn't take it anymore. My ankle was still hurting. I couldn't walk. I could walk on it a little bit, but like if I couldn't like turn it a certain way or bend it or whatever. I was still limping. And I was nervous about the dog bite. Everybody kept telling me you need to go get, you know, a shot or something. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and go to the hospital and just kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So I go to the hospital, sitting there 6-7 hours. They tell me that I did sprain my ankle, but it's nothing that they couldn't wrap it or whatever because it was too late because it already had swollen up. So I had pretty much to let it heal, just stay off of it, put it up, you know, move it around like while I'm laying down, but don't put weight on it and stuff. So, and then they gave me some pain shot in my butt that hurt worse than the pain in my ankle. Then they gave me some antibiotics for the dog bite. So, okay. And then they gave me a doctor's note for work. So I told my manager that I went to the hospital and he was like, you didn't have to do that. You know, you good. I got you. I was like, yeah, but, you know, it really was hurting. So I needed to go anyway. It wasn't just for the doctor's note or whatever, but I wanted to bring them the doctor's note. So they put me out till that Tuesday, which was New Year's Eve. So I tried to go to work that Saturday morning. I told him I was going to come help him that morning. Because like I said, I hadn't worked all week. So I've been off the schedule. My period started, sorry, y'all. You know, if it's TMI, but my period started that Friday night. So Saturday morning, not only was my ankle jacked up, but my stomach was messed up. So he picks me up early in the morning. I go in there, you know, I open with him because he was my ride. Because I told him I can't walk to work. So if you come pick me up, I'll come help you. So he came to pick me up early. That means I had to work his schedule. And he's an opener, so he had to go in early. So I went in with him. I'm trying to help him. I'm limping around. Like, I felt helpless because it wasn't much that I really could do. Then I had to keep sitting down. Then my stomach started hurting real bad. I stayed probably like an hour and a half, y'all, no lie. And I told him, I gotta go. Like, I have to go. I was like, I'm gonna see if my daughter can give me an Uber. He was like, you right down the street, I could just take you. I said, no. I said, I don't want you to stop what you're doing. You know, I'll go. I'll take the Uber. Uber was only like $6 or $7. It's literally right down the street. So I took an Uber home. Now I'm mad because I'm jacked up still. My stomach is hurting. Everything messed up. So I just told him I wasn't going to come in until that Tuesday. Since I gave them the note, you know, for till Tuesday, I was just going to stick it out and not go. So New Year's Eve came Tuesday and I went to work. I went to work with him. He usually works 8 to 2. So that's what he told me he was working. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll come in with you or whatever, 8 to 2. Because he said, you know, you could sit down. He gave me a chair. He let me sit down, you know, when I needed to and stuff like that. So I go and work with him. Turns out he wasn't working 8 to 2. He was working 8 to 5. And, you know, he gave me the chair. He let me sit down and stuff. It was crazy busy. So I was standing up for a lot, you know, most of the day. By the time we got off, I could barely walk again, and my ankle swole back up. So I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So New Year's Day, I'm trying to think. What happened. I don't know. Either way, he kept telling me that he got me. Now, I requested January 4th off because it was my grandma's birthday party. That was Saturday. So after New Year's, I worked one more day, but that was a night shift. I think it was Thursday. It was a night shift, but it was with another girl. And now these girls in this store, I don't know what their problem is, but they was treating me like they ain't like me for real. But I barely met all of them, right? Including the GM or the DM or whatever she is. And I don't like that because, you know, I'm new and I don't know nobody. So if it wasn't for the manager that's been helping me, I would have felt, you know, way out of place there. But anyway, so I was working with one of the girls. And she wasn't talking to me. She was like basically acting like I was in her way. I was standing the whole time, and then finally after we got busy and I was standing there after that rush, I was like, look, I need to sit down. Can I sit down and fold some boxes or something, because I really can't stand anymore. So they let me go do that. Then the lady was like, oh, go see where that girl at. Tell her to come here. And I heard her say that girl, like I don't have a name. But anyway, so the girl came back there. She was like, oh, Janisha, you know, they want you up there or whatever. So I hop up there to go see what she wants. She talking about, oh, no, I'm good. She was like, you folding boxes, you could fold some more boxes. So you made me get up and hop up here to tell me to do what I was already doing when y'all could have just brought me back more boxes. I was already folding boxes. So anyway, that pissed me off. By the time I got off there, I was hurting again. So I told my manager, oh no, I went to the party Saturday. I went to the party. So me being retarded, I try to put on these shoe boots. It's like a little wedge. It's not high. They're very comfortable. I can go out, walk around, dance all night in them, and they're fine. But me not thinking my ankle don't need to be in them damn boots and trying to be cute, right? I already couldn't do my hair, so I felt some type of way about my hair. But I was like, okay, let me try to put these boots on. Man, putting the boot on hurt already. I should have just stopped right then. But no, I was being retarded. So I put the boot on. By the time I got to the party, I couldn't walk. My brother, I had to lean on him. He helped me inside. Then I was inside and I couldn't really walk around. Everybody was like, you need to just sit down. Just sit down. Take the boot off. Take the boot off. But I was like, no, these boots is tight. So if I take it off, I can't put it back on. Like it's staying off, and I don't want to be walking around barefoot. So After that night, when I tell y'all I couldn't walk, like I could not walk. And then when I took the boot off, it hurt so bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm just tell him that I'm just going to take the week off to let it heal the way it's supposed to heal or whatever. And then come back next week. So he was like, all right, cool. Just let the manager know, the general DM, whatever she is. So I texted her and told her, I was like, hey, you know, I want to take this week off to let my ankle heal, because I was off yesterday and today. So that's why I was letting her know today, because tomorrow I was supposed to go in. So I was like, you know, I'm going to take the week off to let my ankle heal properly, because me working on it is not allowing it to, it's slowing down the process or whatever. It's not allowing it to heal. I said, you know, and if it's okay with you, I'll come back on the schedule for next week, and hopefully it'll be almost 100% or whatever. And then I was like, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, I said, sorry for the inconvenience. This is what I text her, right? So she texts me back. And he's telling me, he's like, oh, talk to her. She'll understand, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I remember I said I went to the emergency room, brought in a note, but it was only till that Tuesday or whatever. So she texts me back and she was like, if you want to come back, unfortunately, if you want to come back, you're going to have to bring in a doctor's note. It's not my call to take you off the schedule. Plus you did a no call, no show. So that's automatic termination right there. Something else she said. I forget. Something else she said. So I'm looking at the message and I'm just like, mind you, I already felt like I wasn't even supposed to have this job, because I told y'all before, like, he has been urging me to do videos. I've been trying, but I ain't been consistent, but I've been trying. Then when I first applied for the job, I missed my first appointment because my dad wouldn't take me. So then the second appointment I had, the second interview appointment, I almost missed it